Josh Giddey is starting the season with a bang. He's always pushing himself to be the best and make his team win. But now he's managed to join the greats by setting up a record. When Wilt Chamberlain's name is in the title, you will know it will be a good one. Watch this video to find out which record he set and how he feels about it. First up, light it up. Madison Square Garden is the most famous arena in the world, and rightly so. There's some magic in the place that makes amazing things happen. The newest one is Josh Giddey's performance against the Knicks. He lit up the arena with his game on Monday night. Oklahoma City Thunder won a comfortable 145-135 over the New York Knicks. This win was largely aided by Giddey, who scored his second triple-double. He got 24 points, 12 assists, and 10 rebounds. Out of these, he got 10 of 14 from the field and 2 of 3 from the three-point line. Now that's what you call impressive. With all that comes the honor of his name joined with Wilt Chamberlain. The Goliath is the only other player to score 2 triple-doubles in his first 2 games at Madison Square Garden. We mean winning the game is good, setting a record is great, but earning a place in the history books next to the Wilt Chamberlain is just out of this world. This is the best game he's played this season, but we feel he's intent on beating his record soon. Up next, Giddey with joy. Understandably, Checkmate was bursting with joy at the news. He only comes here once a year, so he only has 1 game to make history. Somehow he's managed to do it twice so far, but he said he always comes here with a plan. It's the most famous arena, and he's had it circled for a while. He makes sure to bring his A game to New York. But don't think he's being selfish though. He told the press that it was all for his team. Basketball is a team sport, and it's all about winning together. Whatever you can do to help your team is what's important. With a mentality like that, there's no surprise that the Thunder has won 5 straight games at the Garden so far. Not that he doesn't respect honor. Anytime you get mentioned with the all-time greats, it's special for him. This is Giddey's 5th triple-double ever. He is just behind Kevin Durant, who has 7. The number spot is claimed by Russell Westbrook, who is miles ahead of the rest of the pack with 138. Coming up on the Rocks. Giddey's season has been a bit rocky recently. This is why we believe there must be something in the air at the Garden. He's been up and down this season. Part of that was the ankle injury that made him miss 3 games. Still, his average on Monday night was by far the best of the season. He's had double points in 7 games, but nothing this good. His 71% shooting average improved greatly from all the games this season. We think Josh is done playing around. He means business now. All of that because he's working harder than ever before. He realized that he was much bigger than the guys guarding him. Rather than let that be a setback, he used it to his advantage. The goal is to finish over the top of them and get stronger with the ball. Well, whatever it is he's doing, it's working, and we can't wait to see more of his magic. Also, throwback time. Technically, it's his 2nd triple-double in 1 year. He scored his 1st in January this year against the Dallas Mavericks. That night, he became the youngest player in the NBA to record a triple-double. He was just 19 when he achieved the feat. In that game, he made 17 points, 14 assists, and 13 rebounds. Coincidentally, it was also at Madison Square Garden. Although he played amazingly, the Thunder still lost. Without Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, they simply had no one to shoot. Sadly, Lou Dort was also out of that game. As Josh said, this is a team sport, and he didn't have a team to support him this time. The Thunder lost to the Mavericks 95-86, but he was determined to keep going, and look where it brought him. Are you enjoying your spot with Wilt the Stilt Josh? Coming up next, better than before. The Australian player was drafted at just 18 into the NBA, but he was not a rookie at the time. He's been playing in the National Basketball League for a season. He had massive potential, as he was the best passer in the entire league. Still, people had doubts about him. He had played just 28 games in the NBL, and that was still a tiny sample to judge him by. He was a player that performed best with the ball in his hand, but would he fit the NBA? After his first season, it was clear that he did. In his NBL season, he averaged 10.9 points, 7.5 assists, 7.4 rebounds, and 3.3 turnovers. That too with a 29.3% of his shots from three-point range and 42.7% from the floor. He had almost the same stats in his first season with the NBA. He averaged 10.9 points, 6.2 assists, 7.1 rebounds, and 2.9 turnovers. He was shooting 25.3% from deep and 39.4% from the floor. So it's safe to say that those doubting him had nothing to worry worry about. Now, only one season into the NBA, he's already busy making history, not to mention the land of the great. Chamberlain's legacy is one of the most fascinating in the NBA. He's considered by many to be the greatest player in the league, and with good reason. At 7 feet tall, he was not someone people took lightly. He played for 14 years in the center. He averages 30 points and 20 rebounds per game. The guy also happens to be the only player to get 100 points in a single NBA game. He won 2 NBA championships, 4 Most Valuable Player awards, a Rookie of the Year award, 1 NBA Finals MVP, and he was selected for 13 NBA All-Star games. Now that's a legacy. The Big Dipper played for San Francisco, the Philadelphia 76ers, and the Los Angeles Lakers during his career. Even his rivals were epic. He enjoyed an on-court rivalry with Boston Celtics star Bill Russell. What we wouldn't give to see those two greats on the court together again. But for now, we'll settle for seeing new talent make their mark. Next up, I've got your back. Not all players in Australia are having such a great time, though. Ben Simmons' troubled last few years in the NBA is a case in point, but it appears his fellow Aussie has his back. Ben Simmons is an all-star and a former #1 draft pick for the NBA, but he hadn't been able to play for the last 2 years. He was having trouble with his mental and physical health. On top of that, he had contractual issues with the Phillies. All of these factors took a toll on him, and his game has suffered. Now he started over with the Brooklyn Nets. Still, things are not looking up. The team is struggling, and he's struggling with them. But Giddey hasn't given up on him. He explained that things with Philadelphia were obviously bad, so he had to take time off. Now he's trying his best to make a comeback and reclaim his glory. But it will take time because he hasn't played in the NBA for a while now. That doesn't mean we forget that he's the best in the league, though. He's an all-star for a reason, and you'd best remember that. Aye, aye, Captain. We won't be caught dead disagreeing with you. Lastly, we're in this together. This is why he's so confident about the upcoming tournaments. Josh, for one, can't wait to play next to him for the World Cup. Both of them will likely be competing for a spot in the opening 5, but this hasn't stopped him from admiring him. The Wizard of Oz thinks Australia has a real chance to beat the USA this year and take the trophy home. Over the past years, the national team has been getting better and better. Before, they only hoped to win gold, but now they know they can do it, so no one wants to be by his side except Ben. All that's left to do is convince him to become part of the Boomers and defeat the reigning champions, the USA, together. It's not just the World Cup, though. He wants to snag the Olympic gold, too. The Paris 2024 Olympics are still some time away, but he's thinking ahead. We don't know whether this is just a fellow countryman trying to cheer him up or if he thinks Simmons is about to make a comeback. We don't know, but one thing's for sure, it's still nice to hear. We're here for the bromance and hopefully an Aussie gold, too. That's it for today's video. Do you think Australia has a chance to win the World Cup? Let us know in the comments below. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. We'll be back soon with another video.